So now we are coming to the second topic, which is the tissue system. So this tissue system is classified based on structure and location. So it is classified into three types based on structure and location. So what is the structure of these tissues, and where these tissues generate, where these tissues originate? There are three types. First one is epidermal tissue system, ground tissue system, and vascular tissue system. So first we will see about epidermal tissue system. So this epidermal tissue system is the outermost covering of the plant. So the outermost covering of the plant is known as epidermis. So the tissues constituting, the cells constituting these outermost covering are known as epidermal tissue system, and we are going to study what are the tissues, what are the cells are covering the outermost plant body. So here these cells are generally parenchymatous cells, and these are this epidermis, the outermost covering of the plant is single layered. They are not two or more than two layers, they are only single layer, and this epidermis can be covered outside by a waxy layer called cuticle. So this cuticle, what it does, it is, since it is waxy, it prevents the loss of water from leaves, from plants. Okay. So this cuticle is not found in roots. And stomata are structures present in epidermis of leaves. So we are going to see in detail about the stomata, what are the functions of stomata and what kind of cells are arranged in stomata. We are going to see that in detail. So now we are going to see about epidermal tissue system.
Okay.
We have already started this, and now we are going to see about stomata. So this stomata regulates the process of transpiration and gaseous exchange.
Okay. Gaseous exchange means taking in carbon dioxide and leaving.
Yes. And the transpiration is nothing but the loss of water due to sun. So this regulates the process of transpiration and gaseous exchange, this stomata. So each stoma, that is a group of stoma, are known as stomata.
And
so each
stomata, it's called stoma.
Stoma.
Each single piece is called stoma. Okay.
This stoma is composed of two bean-like structures, which are known as God cells, like this. So two bean-like, yes.
That got it. Okay.
And it encloses a stomatal pore. The in between, in the middle, no.
In the middle only respiration happens.
Yes.
Happens. Yeah.
So that is known as stomatal pore or stomatal aperture. Okay. So this is enclosed by God cells. In grasses, God cells are dumbbell shaped. Dumbbell shaped is that, like that structure.
In grass.
Yes, in grasses.
So in grass also stomatal pore, sir? Perfect.
Yes. It will be in dumbbell-like shape. The God cells will be looking like that.
Okay.
And these surrounding cells of these God cells, some cells have been specialized to perform functions of this. So these cells are known as subsidiary cells, which surround these God cells. These are subsidiary and those are subsidiary cells. Okay.
These two are subsidiary cells and these four are subsidiary.
No. These are epidermal cells. The cells surrounding this one.
Okay.
Yes,
like
that is.
Okay.
So that is subsidiary cells. And these God cells, in these God cells, outer walls. The outer walls are nothing but those which are outer walls, like
near
those.
to the God cells.
Yes, near to the subsidiary cells.
Okay.
So these are thin. So these walls are thin, and inner walls, which are towards the stomatal pore, inner walls, these are thick. Okay, and these God cells have chloroplasts in them. Chloroplast will have the pigment chlorophyll to perform photosynthesis. So these have chloroplasts and performs opening and closing of stomata. These performs opening and closing of stomata. So this is generally about the stomata.
It opens and closes due to sunlight.
Due to the sunlight and due to the pressure, water pressure in them. So osmotic pressure in them, if it is high, if the water pressure is high, it will open, and no water in them, it will close itself. So that is about stomata. And In epidermis, we have epidermal tissue. We have discussed about stomata, and now we are going to discuss about the hairs and the trichomes which are present. That all we'll discuss under epidermal tissue in the next slide. Now we are going, now the next part of epidermal tissue. So first we have seen what are epidermis tissue, and next we have seen about stomata, and now we are going to see about the hairs, trichomes and hairs present in this epidermis. So cells of epidermis has number of hairs. Okay, it can have many hairs, and root hairs, generally hairs are generally root hairs. So these are unicellular, they have only one cell, they are made up of only one cell, and it is elongation of epidermis. Okay, so they help absorb water and minerals from the soil, these hairs. Okay, and on the stem also there are epidermal hairs. Here the hairs are called as trichomes, and these hairs are multicellular. Okay,
It will be so small hairs to see in the stem.
Yeah.
It will be so small.
Yeah, so small, yes.
Little transparency.
And these trichomes can be branched or it can be unbranched, and it can be soft to touch or it can be like a needle, like still means straight.
Some plants will have be very that hairs itself will be
Yes.
strong. Okay.
And this trichomes can even be secretory, they can secrete something.
Okay.
And these prevent water loss during transpiration. Okay, so this is about epidermal tissue. So next we are going to ground tissue system. Okay, so last we discussed about epidermal tissue system. So now we are going to discuss about the ground tissue system. So in this, what is generally this ground tissue system?
Ground tissue system, will it be in the ground? Will it be in the ground?
Wait, no, it is not. It will not be in ground tissue. Ground. So all tissues except epidermis and vascular tissues. Vascular tissues is xylem and phloem. So xylem, phloem, and epidermis, the two remaining that one. So except that one, all are ground tissue system. Okay. So here,
what is ground tissue system?
Yeah, except that one, everything is ground tissue.
No, why you are calling it as ground tissues?
Why are you calling it as epidermal tissues?
No, why are you calling it as ground tissue system? It has some meaning, ground.
Ground is generally the next layer to epidermis and up till the xylem and phloem. So here this ground tissue constitutes all simple tissues.
No.
What are all simple tissues? Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. So all these constitute in this ground tissue system. So here parenchymatous cell. What tissues comes under parenchymatous cells? That is what tissues are composed of parenchyma cells. So those tissues are cortex, pericycle, pith, and medullary rays in primary stems and roots. Okay. So about what are the structure of these?
So can you explain cortex?
Yes, wait. The structure of these things will be explained later. Yes.
Okay.
And then in leaves, we are just seeing what is ground tissue. It is
Generally we are saying under leaf we will go in something.
Yes.
Okay.
So here in leaves,
Okay.
we saw ground tissues in stem and everything. So in leaves
also ground tissues.
Yes, in leaves also ground tissue is present, which are thin-walled chlorophyll
called
with mesophyll. Okay, so these are ground tissues in leaves. Okay, so this is about ground tissue
So
system.
thick-walled is called chlorophyll. Thin-walled chlorophyll is called mesophyll.
No,
Then
all the ground tissue system is chlorophyll itself. It is thin-walled. So altogether, the thin-walled chlorophyll which comes under.
Then you can just say walled chlorophyll is up. No, why you are saying thin-walled?
Wait a minute.
So okay, you can continue.
Oh, sorry. It is not chlorophyll. It is chloroplast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How can we chlorophyll?
Okay, do you know what is chloroplast?
Not even.
You don't know? Then how? What you said you were saying from the first?
No, I am saying chlorophyll. How chlorophyll is thin-walled mesophyll? How will it come?
So thin-walled chloroplasts are called a mesophyll. Okay. So chloroplasts are substances which contain chlorophyll. Okay. So this is about ground.
Chloroplast is substance in which chlorophyll and mesophyll are present.
Chlorophyll is present in chloroplasts. So these chloroplasts are known as mesophyll.
Are known as mesophyll. Can be called as mesophyll or chloroplast.
Thin-walled chloroplast containing cells.
Okay.
So those cells which are thin-walled containing chloroplast in them, and inside chloroplast there are mesophyll cells. So these cells together are called as mesophyll.
Okay.
Can you understand? See, actually,
Okay,
wait, I'll explain you again. Chlorophyll is present in chloroplast. Okay. So these chloroplasts are present in some thin-walled cells.
Okay.
Those cells are called mesophyll cells. Can you understand? Okay. So this is about ground tissue system. So next we are going to discuss about vascular tissue
In
system.
chloroplast we have some cells. That cells are called mesophylls.
No. Chlorophyll is present in chloroplast.
The chlorophyll, some cells are present.
No. Chlorophyll is present in chloroplast. These chloroplasts are present in some thin-walled cells.
Okay.
Those cells are called mesophyll cells. Okay. So now we discussed about ground tissue system. So next we will discuss about vascular tissue system. Okay. So now we are going to see about vascular tissue system, which consists of phloem and xylem. So these are conductive tissues. So therefore these are known as vascular bundles together. And phloem and xylem. So since these are complex tissues and they are conducting water, food materials and everything, so these are known as vascular tissue system.
Okay.
And these together are known as vascular bundles. So here dicot stem. Dicot stem is that stem of dicotyledons. Stem of dicotyledons plants have cambium in between xylem and phloem, like this.
Okay.
If this is xylem, this is phloem, they have cambium in between these two. Okay. So since these dicot stem have the ability to form secondary phloem and secondary tissues.
This is from the top view.
No. Right? That is another diagram that we like explain.
No, I'm saying this thing only. It's from top.
Yes. So here these dicot stem have the ability to form secondary phloem and secondary xylem. So
Okay, why you have drawn that?
It just comes for secondary.
Secondary.
Yes. And for tertiary you will be having 3 and a degree. It is for tertiary, and this is secondary phloem and secondary xylem. Okay. So since these dicot forms after matures, it forms a secondary phloem and secondary xylem. These are known as open vascular system. Because of the presence of cambium, it forms secondary phloem and secondary xylem. Okay, it differentiates, and these are known since they form secondary, they are known as open vascular system. Okay, and in monocot, the plants which have only one cotyledon,
They do not have cambium.
They do not have cambium. So therefore, they do not form. They do not have the ability to form secondary phloem and secondary xylem.
So what is closed VS?
Closed these in these, the system is known as closed vascular system because of no cambium.
Okay.
There, since the presence of cambium, it is known as open vascular system.
Okay.
So here it is known as closed vascular system, and there is no presence of cambium. Here cambium is present, which is dicot, and no cambium. So since it has cambium, it is known as open vascular system, and since that monocot plants do not have cambium, it is known as closed vascular system. Okay. And these vascular bundles are generally these phloem and xylem. When these are arranged alternatively, like one phloem, one xylem, one phloem, one xylem, if it is arranged alternatively, it is known as radial. Okay, it is known as the arrangement is known as radial arrangement. It is generally present in roots. Okay, the other arrangement is known as conjoint arrangement. In this conjoint arrangement, it is generally present in all stems and leaves. So here the xylem and phloem are not present. Xylem, phloem. It is already it is from inside the totally are xylem, and the outside it is phloem. Okay. So generally always outer side the phloem will be located and inner side the xylem will be located. Outer side the phloem will be located and inner side the xylem will be located. Okay, so this is generally structure in plants, stems and leaves, which is known as conjoint arrangement, and there it is radial since xylem phloem which is present in roots. Okay, so this is about vascular tissue system. So next we will go to the third topic, which is anatomy of dicot and monocot plants. Okay.